Okay, I'm back. Welcome back to MADtrading. Let me get this on. Welcome back to MADtrading. I'm your host as ever. Pardon me, MADtrader. A face for radio and a voice for silent film. It's going to be a quickie. It's not going to be a quickie. I'm going to leave this running whilst I deal with lots of other bits and bobs. I had to shoot off earlier to go get some stuff done. I'm back now. So anyway, I was looking at the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, the channel for MADtrading, and some lunatic, or some 48 lunatics, have watched one of the videos for like less than a minute each. I'm guessing I know who they are, but I might be wrong. Listen, it's not for people who are not serious about trading. It is for anyone who wants a bit of a laugh when I go off on a rant, yes. But I'm giving away my trading strategy, and unless you know all of the rules, yeah, there are rules, and all of the reasons and all of the nuances to do with it, you're not really going to get it. You're not going to understand it. And there's a couple, there's Ron and not Ron. Not Ron knows who he is, and Ron obviously knows who he is. They know all the rules, all of my rules, and a couple of other guys who are doing the forward testing, they know as well. If you're just watching it to try and get some information and think that's it, you'll jump onto a live account and start making money, that's not how it works. Honestly, watch all of it, even the rants that I go through. Watch all of it. Anyway, today, well now, because I obviously did one this morning, I'm going to go through a little bit of an update. I've removed that Russell 2000 trade that was there, didn't get triggered in, so I have removed it. And if we look at, if we look at the Russell 2000 now, where's it gone? There it is. It might actually have triggered itself in, but that's not, that's not the plan, and that's not the strategy. This candle is not an entry candle. It might well continue on down and might even make profit. I'll remove that. But we don't trade off of candles that are not engulfing candles. There is a bit of a theory. It's not really a theory. It is, actual real life. In real life? Yeah, real life. Excuse me. A little saying that not every chart is the same. And yeah, they're right. People that say this are exactly right. The IG charts will be different to the Black Bull charts, will be different to an MT4, MT5 chart, will be different to IC markets. They'll be slightly different. If we were to look at this candle, to yesterday's candle, because we're on the daily, on the Black Bull market, it might be different. If we look at it on an IC chart, that's IC markets, then yeah, might be different. Might be the same, but might be different. So a couple of people have been messaging me on Facebook, through Facebook, saying their charts don't look the same. I can't see your screens. I wish I could. If you wanted to, get in touch with me, jump on a live stream, talk to me, and I'll be more than happy to screen share with you, and we'll go over how to set your chart up to see what's going on. But it might not look exactly the same as mine. This is not a tradable candle, even though the price might continue to go down and hit targets, or what would have been targets. We don't trade this type of candle. We trade, I say we, it's me. I've got the wife into it, but she's not doing much, so I've taken over her account. Don't tell the taxman. We trade this type of candle, a bullish or bearish engulfing candle. And if you were to YouTube or Google what is an engulfing candle, I'll stand by having liquid gold. You'll come back with some kind of definition of a bullish or bearish engulfing candle, even if you YouTubed it. Please do. It'll be a different description to mine. A engulfing candle, for my purposes, is where the candle body, and this is the body, the bit that's solid colour, totally engulfs, which means it's the same height or higher than, or the same low or lower than the previous candle's body. And the wick, that's these things, these little tiny things here that shoot from the body up. On this candle, the wick has to be higher than the previous candle's wick high and lower than the previous candle's wick low. If you were to Google it, in fact, can I do that now? Hold on, stand by, caller. Oh, wait a minute. I've got Etsy open. I'm buying some stuff for the wife. Right, so what this description. Boom. So as it's got down here, a bullish engulfing pattern is a candlestick pattern that forms when a small black candle is followed next day by a large white candlestick, the body of which completely overlaps or engulfs the body of the previous day's candlestick. Doesn't mention anything about the wicks. I mean, it might do on the picture, but doesn't mention anything there. And black and white, things aren't black and white. There's a bit of grey in between certain things. So don't worry about the candle colours. But that is the picture here is my description of a engulfing candle. However, if it's not an engulfing candle, for instance, this here is not an engulfing candle. There's no wick for a starter. It does not go below this wick here, but it does. The body does engulf the previous body. This is a engulfing candle, and would have been a tradable candle. Well, that's a Sunday, so we wouldn't have traded it anyway. But that would have been a trade that we'd got into and been taken out of straight away. This one is not an engulfing candle. Even if it was an engulfing candle, even if it was, if we'd have gone into it, we wouldn't be in the trade now anyway. But if we were taken into it, it's probably going to end up like these. Down, swing up, down, swing up. Next one is a down, swing up. The third touch, third swing, third break, third everything is usually the golden one. So I would have imagined that this is going to pop down and up and then continue on up. Don't bother looking at this stochastic down the bottom here. I don't use it for trading decisions. I just use it for confluences, and you'll find out about that if you're part of the forward testing guys. You'll find out about that later on. So back to that. So that's why I've removed the trade that was here, which is the Russell 2000 trade on the daily. Whilst we're looking at the spreadsheet itself, on the spreadsheet you can choose whatever time frame it is that you're trading. I'm saying daily for the forward test, but you could quite easily do it on the 4-hourly. So let's look at the 4-hourly side of life. So if we're looking at 4-hourly, for this scenario, we would only be looking at an 8 AM or 8 PM because people work. 8 AM or 8 PM engulfing candle. So if you look down the bottom here, where it's got the October 22, Tuesday, all that good stuff, so find the 8 o'clock AM candle, and that is not an engulfing candle. Where's the next one? That is not an engulfing candle. Where's the next one? That is not an engulfing candle. 8, that's not an engulfing candle. 8 a.m. That is not an engulfing candle. 8 a.m. Where's the 8 a.m.? Gone. There it is. That is an engulfing candle. The wick is lower than the previous wick. The wick is higher than the previous wick. The body completely engulfs the previous body. However, in the wrong direction. And you'll know why if you're part of the forward testing crew. This is not a engulfing candle. Let's find one that is. Excuse me. So we're looking for shorts. That is not. It's a massive candle, and yes, you know, on 4 hourlies, if you wish to, please trade the massive candles if you see them, if you want to. That is a. No, it's not 4. It's not 8 a.m. If you were going through this with me, you'll understand why I'm only looking at 8 a.m.s for a starter. Excuse me. But secondly, the 8 a.m. candle, the 8 a.m. open, is the tell-all. It's the one that then usually sets up, engulfing-wise, usually sets up for the remainder of the day, or if it's on a Monday, the remainder of the week. So let's just find another. No, that's not one. Just find an engulfing candle for a starter. Well, it might be quite difficult. There's one. Is that? No, that's 12 o'clock. There's one. That's 12 o'clock again. No. Oh, there's one. There we go. There we go. There's an 8 a.m. engulfing candle. This will, you know, even though the stochastic is all the way down the bottom, don't really care about that, and it's gone all the way up to the top, don't really care about that. On 4 hourly, 8 a.m. which, you know, some people, most people, I'm sure, can jump into that at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just going to keep on drinking my liquid gold, by the way. Let me know if it's annoying. If you'd have set your trade off at 8 o'clock in the morning, so 1 minute past 8, or even earlier, but it's got to be after 8 once this candle's closed. Set your trade to enter here at 19:15. Your stop is down at 19:03. What is that? That's 12 points, is it? Where's my measuring tool? Ding, ding, ding. 12.6 points. So say 13 point stop. Okay, mental. 13 point stop. Your take profit is 261. I've got to do the calculated thing again, haven't I? Because I'm stupid. So if that's 12.6 and we only want to risk £100, we only want to risk £100. So 100 divided by, let's go for 13, is 7.6. That's £7.60 a point. So cool. And then it would have definitely made your 261, which is 20 points. So your £7.60 per point. Yeah, let's round it up. £7.70. So £7.70 times this number. Anyone good at maths? It's 157 quid. So you've risked £100 and you've made £157. That's it in a nutshell. But wait, please. That's your first one. That's your 8 a.m. candle. So now we look at the 8 p.m. candle. Oh, it's not an engulfing candle. Never mind. If the 8 p.m. candle was also an engulfing candle, you would jump in on that too. Where's the next one? Where's the next one? Nope. That's not one. Just before anyone starts whinging, that is not one. That's not high enough. So that's it. And yeah, you might only get one in a blue moon, but you're not just doing it on one thing. You're doing it at, let's look at an obscure one. I did this. Did I do this morning? Let's look at an obscure one. USD INR. I've no idea who INR is. I don't really care. But let's have a look, see. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go to here. So we're looking for longs. We want the 8 AM candle. Nope. Let's just look for engulfing candles first off. Shout if you see one. That's not one. No. Remember longs because we're above the 200. No. 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 Maybe this is one of those box pairs that doesn't give. Oh, there's one. Is that 8 AM? No, it's 4 o'clock. Doesn't give good engulfing signals. And there are some like that. There are some. Let's go for another one. Let's go for not so obscure then. Knock. I don't know what that is, but let's do that. Not go back so far. Let's go for here. Any here. Right. Oops, 4 AM. What? Yeah, maybe it's because it's not second base in the Euro or Americas. Let's go for, I don't know, CAD yen. So, we're looking for longs. That is not one. That is one, but it's midnight. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. I've probably proved my point, but now I'm just so stubborn, I'm going to try and find another one. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably have to prove my point. So, you can do it on the 4 hourly as well. No biggie. No problem at all. The only thing is, you've got to be there. You've got to be in front of the chart. You've got to be looking at the chart at, you know, between 10 to 8 and maybe it's 5 past, 10 past 8 by the time you put the trade on. And you need to do it on more than one. Keep your margin at 50%, yes, of your total fund equity. We need to do it on at least 2 or 3. So if you've got your USD, 4 hourly, you know, add one in there. Then if one comes along on an AUD CAD, you put it on there, all at 8 o'clock candle. If it's gone past your entry before you have time to set the trade, then just forget it. Move on. Come back at 8 o'clock. So you don't have to do it daily. For now, for those that are doing the forward testing, you know, only do it on the daily because I'm trying to get your head around the actual strategy itself. This, for instance, would have, although I came out too early, would have made targets. It got to 1 to 1. It definitely got to 1 to 2. It might even make 1 to 3. I doubt it, but you know, it might have. So yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. That's the entire process in a nutshell. If you're going to go down further, so 1 hour, 15, 5, they're very different strategies. Don't even attempt to go down that route until you know, we've gone over a few extra bits and bobs. Even on a demo, you'll just lose, and then you'll whinge at me and say them fucking talking at me sock. Gordon Bennett. Anyway, so just before I set it onto a trade that I'm going to be looking at on my where is it, on my laptop? Yeah, on my laptop, and you'll better see what I can see, but I'm not going to show the live account of it. Yeah, I was going to try and go over another couple of little bits and bobs. One of them is, you don't, this is for the guys doing the forward testing, by all means, stick to this. You know, stick to the tradable assets that we have. No worries. If you want to do more, by all means, fill your boots. If you have the funds and you've still got some margin left and you want to do one on, I don't know, let's go with, let's do indices. You want to do one on, pick one I don't do. Pick one I don't do. Italy 40, let's say. You want to do one on the Italy 40, and you want to do it on the 4 hourly because you're sat at home doing not a great deal. Fill your boots. Crack on. You need to add it to this list. Don't add it to the bottom. It won't get captured in the maths of it. So you need to right click above. So pick another one. Right click, insert, and then add the stuff in there. And then it will, or it should anyway. It should calculate whatever you put in there, and then you better choose it from this list. And then you just do the rest of it. So long or short, your entry, stop loss, take profit, and then it should work out the stop loss points for you. And there, once you put the amount of pound per point in there, it'll also tell you what the stop loss would be monetarily. But we don't really care about the money. You shouldn't be looking at the monetary value anyway. You should only really be thinking of a win-loss and maybe the risk-reward, which is a bit weird and skewed anyway. So currently we're at 66% win rate. I think that might be wrong, but anyway, I'll have a look at that offline. So 66% win rate, but it's 16% again, and that's a month ago tomorrow. I started this account. I've not really been paying much attention to it either. So if you were doing this full time, all the time, you probably could make some decent cash for a couple of kebab nights out. Or most certainly, definitely enough money to go to the chiropractors or the chiropodist. Go get your mankin nails cut. I'm sure one or two people that watch this need to get their nails clipped. Anyway, where am I? There we are. So, did I do US 500? Let's look at US 500. Yeah, we did. Really? Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to jump on to my laptop. I'm going to leave this looking at. Actually, it is the US 500, but it's on the 15-minute. Excuse me. And we'll see where we can go from here. Probably only be on for about another 15-20 minutes. The small mad traders come home not too long now. I've got to sort some stuff out and get them sorted for this evening. So have a watch. Any questions, give me a shout on either YouTube or through Facebook or WhatsApp if you've got my number, or Telegram, and I'll be watching them. And I'll try and answer any questions that you may have. There's no music on this, by the way. I got blocked from using the music that was free through YouTube. But anyway, yeah, so there's no music, it's just the screen. Any problems, any questions, give us a shout. Laters. I'll come back. Whilst I'm looking at my laptop and the chart on here at the same time, can't do it. So I'm going to be logging off, turning it off. Give me a shout if you need any help or anything daft like that. I'll be more than happy to help anybody out. All I ask is, and this is the crux of it, all I ask is that you just look at it pragmatically. Look at things from a statistics or numbers view. I don't look at a market and say, I think it's going to go this way. Everybody pile in and go long. I don't say that. I hate people who do. I've paid hundreds or maybe thousands of pounds to people to try and teach me how to trade over the years, and it doesn't work out. I'm one of those mad mental lunatics who needs to be shown something a good few times or do it myself in order to learn things. So watching someone on a screen doesn't really work for me, and for them to not even explain their process is even worse. So don't take my word for it. Backtest everything. If you know the statistical outcome, the potential statistical outcome of anything, then you are more likely going to do it. You know that if you smoke, you are statistically going to get cancer. If you do illegal drugs and drive, you are statistically more likely to cause or be involved in an incident or accident if you're driving. Drink driving, you know the stats. If you have more than 2 or 3 drinks, whatever it is, you're over the limit anyway, but it affects people differently. The inhibitions change. It does things to our mind, it does things to our subconscious and our conscious or consciousness, and it changes the way we view certain things, not physically on our eyes, although it does, but it changes the way we perceive certain risks. So from trading, it's no different. If you know the numbers, if you know that 7 times out of 10, if a certain candle shows itself 7 times out of 10, it's going to make X amount of money, why would you not take those odds? That's the point. But the point is, the extra point is that you need to know that. You need to see it. You need to be able to look at the stats yourself that you've made, that you've come up with, that you've seen, that you've helped to put together. And it all just clicks in your mind one day and you go, well, why am I spending hours and hours and hours in front of a screen, excuse me, when all I've got to do is do D when A and B set up, C shows itself, boom, D, done, I've made E. It's easy. It's just like following a script, which I do not, by the way, and nothing on here is scripted. I probably should write some stuff down, but it's got to be easy to you to see what the numbers and the stats say. If it's not, and it doesn't make any sense, then don't do it. It's not blindly do as I say, not as I do. It's do what you say you need to do. If your stats show you that actually daily I'm only making 16%, in a month, but 4 hourly, well, I could be making 25-30% in a month of your whole account. If you then do that hourly, every day, 5 days a week, every hour, check every hour, which you would die. You just wouldn't be able to do it. You would be, you wouldn't get any sleep. But if you did it every hour and back tested every hour, and then forward tested every hour, and then live traded every hour, this candle showed itself, you might make 100% in a month. You might do. I have no idea. I haven't back tested. It won't do that. I'm not awake until 7, and sometimes I'll just sleep in. Other times I'm at work. Other times I've got the kids, the wife moaning at me, or actually she doesn't moan at me, or something's happening, I've got to go do something, so I can't trade, so I won't back test every single hour. I can be here every night. I can be looking at a laptop every night. I can look at a laptop at 8 o'clock of a night time, and from say 12 o'clock till 4 o'clock of an afternoon, if I'm home, I can look at the hourly 15-minute, which is what I'm doing on my other laptop. So don't just think, do as Mitch says or do as the Mad Trader says. Don't just blindly think that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm purely expressing how I came to the visualization, the actual reality, and the conclusion that all of that money I spent previously trying to get people to show me how to trade, even buying trading strategies direct from people, buying gumph off the Tinterweb to try and help me, none of it worked. Well, maybe one or two bits of it did, because it was all about risk management, the bits that I did learn, but none of it helped on how to actually trade. I had to come up with it myself. And there's lots of this now around on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. There's loads of it. Instagram, I don't do Instagram really. But once I'd figured out it's not that hard, and if I do A, B, and C, D will follow. E is the end result. E has came every year since then. I've got to my own goal that I set each year, every year. I'm not overly pushing myself. I don't say, right, I'm going to start with 20,000 and I want 200,000 by the end of the year. That doesn't work. That's not how it works. But if I make 100% by the end of the year, that's a goal. That's great. I'll do it. And just so we're on the same page, I can only really trade for 5 months of the year. I do the odd nighttime trade, and I do this of an evening sometimes, not every night. So if I make 80 to 100% return from a 20 grand account every year, if I'm only doing it 5 months of the year, surely someone else who hasn't got the commitments that I have, someone that hasn't got the laziness that I have, someone that's got more oomph, more get up and go, more stamina to do this kind of thing, can make even more. And it's not impossible. There's a chap I started this with, but the chap I was learning to trade with at a company we shall not mention, many moons ago. He ran off to Canada after about 2 years of him figuring out his trading style, and his style was on the 15-minute, 5-minute, and he was I'm guessing making an absolute fortune because he went off to Canada, bought himself a farm. But on that farm, apparently, I don't know, haven't spoken to him for about a year, but other people have been getting in touch with me who worked for him. He was getting people to pay him so he could show them how to trade. He was just doing his own strategy. But they were sat in, the thing is, he put an office on his farm in a barn, I think it was, got some fast interweb going, and he was making an absolute fortune from them as well. Anyway, so if I can do what I'm doing now in 5 months of trading, and that's not solid 5 months, that's, over the whole year, I might do 5 months worth of trading. Just think what people can do if they're stuck in a rivet in a dirt, if they're mushed out their face and they can't be bothered to go back to the old crappy job they did have, and they started off with 500 quid in a trading account. What do you think they could do in 3 to 5 years? Anyway, enough for me. I'm out. I've already waffled. I keep saying I'm not going to waffle. I've already waffled for nearly 35 minutes. I'll leave you to it. This is Mad Trader signing off. Goodbye.